So tell me what we're opening.
Okay, so I just ordered a package of O-Nips, which are supposed to be little tablets that you stick to the side of your tank and it dissolves over time. And I've never used these before, so we'll see if the fish like them. So this is actually the small package. So the smallest amount you can get, which is the 24 tablet Sera O-Nip tablets. So I'm just going to open this, see what's inside. Just information for use. And it's got,
I'm sure they're quite complicated, 3
individually sealed packages of tablets. So these will probably keep a long time compared to like tablets just sitting in a package.
Yep, the foil blister packs means that you're not opening everything to air every time you take one out.
So I've heard that these dissolve and can create quite a mess. I don't know if you can see the texture there.
Yeah.
So I'm actually gonna split this. Ooh, actually quite soft.
Oh, yeah, that's about the consistency of dog food.
Yeah. I'm contemplating doing a fourth first. So I'm gonna do a fourth of a tablet because we don't have very many fish in our tank. So here, let me put a coin for comparison of size. So here's a quarter. So they're actually quite tiny. Okay. Stop it. Okay, so I'm gonna stick it to the glass and hopefully this works, even though it's been trimmed in size a little bit.
That there's good.
Looks like it's good there.
Yep, that's stuck.
Let's see if they recognize it. They're obviously hungry, but they're used to flakes. They're used to top floating food more than anything.
Yeah. Well, the tetras are going after it. They see the free-floating particles.
It is dissolving really slowly.
Yep.
The wood shrimp seem to really like it. Some of the particles are going over to them.
They are getting excited. Well, yeah, he's
The
getting up onto
platies are
it.
excited because the tetras are excited, but they can't seem to figure out where the food is coming from.
The wood shrimp is swimming around trying to find a better position to fan, but he's gone off to the side now.
Oh, some of the platies found it, finally.
Yep.
There we go. They might have to be trained to eat this food, but it looks like they're enjoying it. The ones who have discovered it.
Yeah, even the glass cat's getting in on it.
I don't know if you would like food that small.
You know, I find glass cats will eat just about anything, honestly. They may have a preference for bigger stuff they can take a bite out of, but if there's nothing else in the area, they will go after small particles.
They tend to eat things they can see that are floating around the middle. And these particles are really tiny. They're very comparable to the first bite's particles.
Looks like some of it's pretty small like that, but there's also a lot of larger particles coming off. You notice when they peck at it and the water pushes it, there's groups of particles, some of them large, some of them small.
Maybe I should put the food further up next time, since a lot of them are used to finding food at the top rather than in the middle. They seem a little bit confused.
That might help.
Well, they're going for it now. Yeah, I think that might be more than enough. That's just a quarter of a tablet. I mean, they're eating it, but when I see them eat anything else, they're a lot more frenzied. So maybe it's not their favorite food.
Well, it could be that they just don't yet recognize that this is a feeding like normal. Usually, when they're being fed, the particles are at the top, and it's first come, first served.
Part of it fell.
Oh, yeah.
Guess it didn't stick very well. It was very crumbly after I split it into a piece.
Yeah, it looks like, unfortunately, breaking it apart does lose the structural integrity.
A little bit, or I need to press it into the glass a little longer.
Oh, that's so funny.
Unfortunately, they don't like digging around on the floor too much.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. They're all over it more now that it's on the floor.
The hyphen's wedging himself in there.
The tetras lost interest pretty quickly. Like, they are getting a particle every once in a while, but I think it's so small that they don't really like it that much.
Well, that and the tetras aren't as aggressive about getting at the food source as the platies are.
Yeah, but they eat the flakes very quickly.
That's because they know they don't have the bulk to shoulder the other fish out of the way.
Yes, I don't know if you can see that. It's a little bit towards the bottom of the screen. There you go. But like 3/4 of that little pellet fell onto the floor, and they're just eating it from the floor now.
Although Pickle's still eating it off the wall. But she's a window licker, so must be second nature to her.
Maybe after feeding them a few times in this manner, they'll get used to it, eating it off of the wall.
We'll see.
But it looks like the fish are enjoying it well enough. They're not abandoning it. I bet you the wood shrimp would really like it if I put it right above them.
So that the particles filtered down into the flow.
Yeah. They tend to like to stick to a certain spot, which is usually under the filter. So if food doesn't go over there, they end up looking for it later on the ground.
Yeah.
So normally when I feed the wood shrimp, I put particle food directly above them so it filters down into their fans. And this is about the same size, but they don't chase food like the fish do. So it may not be ideal for them.
Well, they're certainly digging for the food now, unlike normal.
Well, this is their normal feeding time. I haven't fed them yet, so it could be they're just really hungry. I think the tetras are just waiting for flakes still. They prefer to see their food floating.
That one tetra's getting in on it. And the shrimp.
Oh, they're scaring that amano away. He's trying to get in there.
He's nervous, but he knows there's food. He wants a piece.
I mean, the tetras aren't looking at it. I think they're just afraid of going into the ball of platies.
Yeah, like I said, they lack the weight to really shoulder their way through a crowd like the platies do. They're much more thinly built, so they tend to want to peck and run. Well, Rusty certainly isn't afraid to bite some butt to get down there to the food.
Looks like everything else that was on the wall has either fallen or been eaten by now. And it's been going about 6 minutes.
8 minutes.
8 minutes.
Going on 9.
So I don't know if I just didn't stick it on there well enough, or it's just that because I split it into a piece, it just fell off easier.
I think breaking it up might have lost a bit of the integrity.
Yeah, but I also don't want to feed them too much.
Yeah, they're fat enough as it is.
I wasn't sure if this would cloud the water either, so I wanted to start small.
With as fast as they ate it, I highly doubt it.
I could give them another one.
I'd say go ahead and give them the second quarter. And then next time we'll feed them a full half.
I'm going to put it slightly higher up this time.
Right, that way it can, also when it's higher up, it should catch in the current, so the wood shrimp will catch some.
So you have to hold it there for a few seconds as it absorbs moisture, and then it'll finally stick.
Yeah, the touches definitely go after it when it's free floating.
They're still pretty busy with that other piece, so I don't think they really noticed the second piece I put in there. Looks like the glass catfish has no interest in these tiny particles.
Well, I've seen him peck at a couple.
So I definitely don't see this as a replacement for glass catfish. He's gonna want some flakes. This definitely seems like a great way to show off fish, though, because they'll all come to the front of the tank.
What does it say about how big this tablet is versus how many fish there are, or what gallon range it's for?
Let's see if this giant piece of paper very poorly translated piece of paper. Feeding guide says feed sparingly once or twice daily, but it doesn't say for how many fish, so.
Well, they are 16-gram tablets, so I think we do about 8 grams of flakes on average. So a half tablet seems like an appropriate equivalent.
Probably. I mean, you could tell that they're still eating, but they're not as frenzied anymore. So I think they are starting to get pretty full now.
Yeah, so it seems like half a tablet's an appropriate amount.
It's hard to tell though with those tiny particles. In case you're wondering what's in these tablets, the ingredients list fish meal, wheat flour, brewer's yeast, caseine, milk powder, krill 4.9%, bloodworms 4.2%, gamaras 2.6%, tubifex 2.1%, sugar, whole egg powder, spirulina algae meal, sea algae meal, Manan oligosaccharides, cod liver oil, herbs, lucerne meal, which is alfalfa apparently, stingy nettle meal, parsley, green lip mussel meal, paprika, hematococcus algae, spinach meal, carrots, garlic, and colors.
So that's a very similar recipe for what they use in the Hikari tropical blend and the Hikari crab cuisine.
Yeah, it's a pretty complete meal, honestly.
It's got both animal and plant proteins, a good wide range of ingredients.
So I think this would be good for both more algae-eating fish as well as more meat eaters. I mean, obviously you'd supplement meat eaters more with bloodworms and other live proteins and stuff like that. But
it.